Phantom, how's it going? Today we're reviewing Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's 0 Year Dark City. Let's check it out. Scott Snyder is a name that you've probably heard of in the industry at this point. The guy's been writing Batman for like the past 4 years and he has been killing it on this series. There are some people that have said that his endings don't quite stick, but we're going to get to that a bit later on this book. What you need to know about Scott Snyder is that he really made it big on books like American Vampire, Swamp Thing, and most recently he's been doing really well on a book series called Witches with Jock, which just got the option for a movie. I'm really excited to see where they go with that. But this, his Batman run, is really what made him the superstar comic writer that he is today. And 0 Year Dark City is actually the conclusion to his 0 Year arc. So to those of you that are wondering, hey, can I pick up 0 Year Dark City right off the bat and just read it? No! This heavily depends on you picking up volume 4 of his series. You can start there and then you move on to this one, because the events that happen in volume 4 carry on over here. This is kind of the second half of this story. And basically in the first half of the story, what ends up happening is that Riddler has taken control of Gotham City and he has shut the power down of the entire city and he's kind of sent it into chaos. On top of the Riddler taking over Gotham City, what you have is this new villain called Dr. Death. And Dr. Death is really freaky looking. He's got really bad gingivitis, really messed up teeth, and his bones are all over the place. And basically what ended up happening was that Dr. Death was experimenting on this bone serum because of something that happened to his son. Anything else, and I'll pretty much give away a huge spoiler and a huge emotional moment for that character. It's really cool and it's really great, and he's a new and interesting villain to Batman's mythos that I hope we'll explore later on, even though it doesn't look like that's going to end up happening. But still, he's really cool and I really liked his motivation. While Batman is dealing with Dr. Death, Edward Nigma has actually tricked the cops into flipping the power back on in Gotham City, and since that happens, basically Edward Nigma has rigged it so once the power got flipped back on, he would take control of everything in the city. And what's really cool about it is that Edward Nigma has actually set up balloons throughout the entire city with like the Riddler question mark? Almost a Joker, but the Riddler question mark. And basically if anybody tries to come into the city, he's going to release the gas and it's going to destroy Gotham City. So he's kind of become the ruler of Gotham unofficially. Kind of reminds me of the Bane storyline in Dark Knight Rises, where Bane took over Gotham City and he set up bombs all over the bridges. Kind of like that, only I think this was better told and more coherent. Scott Snyder's a guy that's gotten a lot of hate online recently, mainly because a lot of people think he can't stick a landing for the ending of a book. And I'm one that I disagree with that. I think, especially in 0 Year Dark City, he lands the ending of this book. It is fantastic. It is a very emotional and heartfelt ending where, I'm not going to give it away, but you see something through Alfred's perspective and you think it's going one direction but it goes another, and it's really one of those moments where you go, hit me right here in the feels, man. That was really good. So if there's somebody that you know that's like, he can't stick a landing, he's not really good at ending books or anything like that, this one he does. I guarantee you'll probably end up having a little tear come down in your eye. Story-wise, I think this is a much stronger half of a story than the first half, and I really did enjoy the ending of this. If you did pick up the first half of this, why would you not want to see how this ends? It's a really fitting conclusion, and you're going to have a blast reading it all the way through. With that said, let's talk about the art. Greg Capullo, come on, the guy is a machine. He's one of the hardest working artists right now in the industry, and it shows if you follow his Twitter. The guy is awesome. I love his pencils, and the coloring on this is beautifully done, by the way. The action scenes are perfect. Batman kicks ass, and Greg Capullo draws him like he should be, just this badass dude who is just this meat, just solid rock of a man, and it is really cool seeing Batman do his thing, especially when those moments where he has to go against the Riddler later on in the series. I'm not going to give away what it is because it is such an awesome moment when Batman finally goes toe-to-toe with the Riddler and he stands up to him. Really great. I love that scene. I really love the fact that Greg Capullo got his chance to stretch his wings a little bit, because I'm sure when he looked at the script and it said, you're going to be able to draw a post-apocalyptic Gotham that is overrun with plants and animals, he must have went, yes, this is going to be so much fun. This is going to be awesome. As far as special features goes, there really isn't any. I was kind of disappointed, especially after Volume 4, having had so many great little things inside of it. You know, you had the variant cover gallery, you had sketches, you had script details, and this one, just getting a variant cover gallery. Come on, DC, you could have put in at least a few extra panels in there that Greg Capullo was working on, or maybe some script details, something in there to sweeten the pot. But hey, you are getting a lot of issues included in this. In this one, you get Batman 25 through 27 and 29 through 33. Issue 28, if I'm not mistaken, was kind of a flash forward issue and kind of a preview issue of Batman Eternal, so that's why they did not include it in here, which I'm like, okay, I kind of get why you would not include it in here, because it breaks up the pace of the initial story. Overall, if you picked up Volume 4 and you enjoyed it, why would you not pick up Volume 5? It's the conclusion of this storyline. It's really great. I love the art. I love the story. Scott Snyder nails the landing. I think he nails it perfectly, especially in this one, more so than the other story arcs. But I think that if you are curious about Batman's origin, you can pick up Volume 4, Volume 5, this one, and you will have a blast reading it all the way through, and you can pick up Frank Miller's Batman Year One. Now, as to the opinion of which is better, I'm going to go with Frank Miller's Batman Year One by a good amount, mainly because of the fact that Batman Year One was the template. It was the groundbreaking formula for all the Batman stories that followed up. It was just the origin, the classic origin of Batman as we know it today. And Scott Snyder takes a lot of liberties with it, and you can see he takes a lot of inspiration from it. But without Frank Miller's Batman Year One, you wouldn't have this. If this is your first time checking out my channel, I do weekly reviews of card covers, trade paperbacks, special editions, great comic book stuff like that, and I am diving my foot into manga now more. I've been reading 20th Century Boys, and it's just been with my mind right now. It's really great. I'm really enjoying that. You can expect a review of that sometime in the near future, along with all the other stuff that I'm planning to review. But follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, comment, subscribe. If you want to get a hold of me, Facebook and Twitter is the best option to do that, by the way. I do post panel of the week pictures. I post what I'm reading right now, so you can follow me there and you can ask me questions there. Love to hear back from you. You guys are awesome as always. And if you have read Batman Zero Year, what was your favorite moment? Also, what's your opinion? Did you like it better than Frank Miller's Year One, or did you like Year One more? Love to hear back from you. You guys are awesome.